Welcome back everybody to another tips and tricks video. If you're new to my channel, I'm basically just a random kid that played this game for way too long, and I'm just trying to make tips and tricks videos for new players or old players. So anyway, if you haven't already noticed, I'm going to be teaching you guys the basics of sniping basically, and so I'm basically be teaching you guys the basics of sniping for the new players or old players. Or at least what you need to learn to be good at sniping. So anyway, let's get to it. I'd say sniping is the more difficult skill level to learn. It does take a lot of time and patience to get good, so I'm not really the best at sniping, but I'll try my best to teach you the basics. So first off, I'm probably teaching you your positioning, because positioning is very, very useful in this game, and especially when you're using a sniper rifle, it's very, very helpful. Sniping basically has a lot of game sense involved with it. Again, I know game sense is probably not the easiest thing to get good at, but that's just how most things are in this game. But basically, you want to position yourself into places where you think people are going to be. So anyway, let's talk about peeking. So whenever you're peeking with the your ratio, if I could just get rid of these bots off my back. Okay, so whenever you're peeking, you don't want to wide peek like this. You want to basically peek kind of like right here. You don't want to go like out here, because in case you do miss your shot, you need to have like an exit really quick so you can kind of run away and reposition yourself. So basically, anyway, so that's basically what you want to do. Is whenever you're peeking angles, I'm just using B long as a reference, it just peek like right here. And the thing that's nice about Bureau is it's mostly CT sided, so they'll have to come to you eventually. It's like a 3-lane map, so just simply peek right here or in other places. But you basically don't want to be out in the open when you snipe, because if you do miss your shot, you basically need to have an exit to basically run away. So basically, if you were to, example, you peek, you shoot, you miss, you need to quickly run and then reposition yourself, like right here. This is an off angle, most people won't really notice that you're going to be here. Or example, if you're sniping mid, you can just quickly snipe, and in case you do miss, you can just quickly run over here and hide in this plant right here. This is technically an off angle. They won't really notice you're going to be there, because snipers are never like right here. They're probably going to expect you to be like right here or something, like right here or something. This is also a really good spot, but yeah, that's basically the first thing. You want to basically find like off angles, and when you do find angles, you need to make sure you have an exit to quickly run away from, or run away to. So that's that. Next up is your settings. You don't really need to change anything with your settings. The only thing you need to change is right here, the scope sensitivity. For me, it's 155 is perfect. Again, you have to experiment and find out what you like most. For me, it's 155. I like that the most. You don't really need to change X and Y that much, but just change the scope sensitivity. So you could just experiment with that on your own time. Also, to improve your aim with the sniper, I recommend just playing without any aim assist. It does help. It's going to be really, really hard and annoying to use, but it does help out a lot. If you just practice with it for like a week or two, you'll get way better at it. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, I'm not the best with the sniper, I'd say. Okay, of course, when I say that, I get like no scope. But anyway, next up is hard scoping. There's 3 different styles of the sniping. There's hard scoping, which is basically where you're just dragging your scope and just waiting for someone to peek. Someone can just peek right now. I can show you what it's like. For example, if you're gonna peek a corner, just hard scope it. This is basically the first one, I'd say. There you go. You basically want to just hard scope. I always do this because it just helps me out a lot. So anyway, that's the first one. That's hard scoping. It's probably the best way for you to to learn or basically use, because it's overpowered, and if you need to just shoot someone, you can. So anyway, that's the first one. That's hard scoping. The second one is quick scoping. It's basically whenever you're quickly scoping in and shooting. I'm okay at it. I can do it right now. That's quick scoping. Well, at least what I consider quick scoping. It's really difficult to do. You have to know where your crosshair is, the center. For me, I also already know where it kind of is. And basically, you just use that to your advantage. So right now, I think it's like right here. So I can just simply, oh no, like that. Okay, I'm trying to scope in. There we go. So basically, it's basically just knowing where the center of your screen is, where your crosshair. It's very helpful. Next up is no scoping. Now, no scoping, in my opinion, is really useless. You don't need to learn it. It's kind of just a flashy thing like that. It's just kind of useless. I would suggest. I wouldn't use it. I would honestly only use hard scoping and maybe sometimes quick scoping. I wouldn't really suggest anything else. So yeah, I would just recommend doing hard scoping. It's very simple. You just scope in and just drag. It's very simple. It's not really hard to use. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone else hard scopes in this game. If you're a new player, I'm pretty sure you do this as well. So anyway, now we're gonna talk about some techniques. There's two techniques, personally for me, with sniping, and it's very crucial that you know them if you're gonna snipe. The first one is quick switching. Is basically whenever you're gonna take a shot, if you notice to my thumb, if you just look at my thumb, as you can see, I do a quick switch. And the reason why a lot of people do that, hold up, let me kill this dude. Right now, the reason why a lot of people quick switch is because it reduces the time of reloading. Now, if I don't do quick switch, I can't scope in until the reload, the animation is done. You quick switch to basically speed up or I guess reduce the time of the animation, because as the animation is going, you can't scope in, and if you shoot, you can already scope in. It basically just has a cooldown. It just reduces the cooldown for you. It's very useful. You need to learn it. Basically, whenever you take a shot, just quickly switch right here. It's really not difficult. You don't really need to do anything. It's just literally quick switch, and then you can quickly snipe again. If I can find another sniper somewhere. Okay, well, anyway, I guess I'll just wait until I die. But yeah, that's basically one of the techniques. Now, if I can go ahead and die, I can show you the last technique, which is so crucial. I didn't know about it until I started playing this game like a year later or whatever. But it's basically your movement. Now, if you ever tried moving while shooting a gun, you will notice that your accuracy of the bullet, or like actually of the gun, is really bad. And that's basically because you're moving. It's somehow inaccurate. And I don't know how that makes any sense, but basically what you want to do is, before you take a shot with any gun, I'm talking about AK or sniper, in this case it's sniper or Eurasia, whatever you want to call it, is before you take a shot, stop moving. Just completely stop moving right here. Again, I'm doing this in a hand cam style because it's easier to see. Just stop moving completely. Your bullet goes completely straight, exactly where you aimed at. And it's very crucial that you do this, because, example, if I'm gonna snipe right now while moving, okay, I'm not gonna let go of my movement. Okay, I saw a guy over here. Okay, no. Okay, they're gonna be over here. Don't be long. Okay, that was a really bad example. Let's find another one. I'm just gonna keep moving. I think they're mid now. Bots nowadays, am I right? No. Okay. As you see, my bullet completely went somewhere else. See, I'm keep moving. See, I was right on him, and I finally killed him when I was like already up in his face. So that's why you want to stop moving before you take a shot. It's gonna take some muscle memory to do that, but it's actually really simple, way more simpler than anything, honestly. It's really crucial if you want to actually hit your shots. So just scope in, shoot, and then yeah, basically scope in, stop moving, shoot. Very simple. Scope in, stop moving, shoot, and you're basically just doing this really fast. You're doing the same thing whenever you're quick scoping or whatever your style is. For me, it's quick scope / hard scope, or mostly just hard scope because it's just so much more easier to do. So just scope in, stop moving, shoot, and you're just doing this really fast. So whenever I use quick scope, I'm doing the same thing. There's not really a difference to it. So that's pretty much the two techniques that I like, the only ones I kind of know. The other one is crouching whenever you shoot. So whenever you shoot, just like crouch as soon as you take the shot. The reason why is because it kind of just throws off the enemy a bit, kind of like that. It's kind of weird. It's kind of useless, but it does help me out, honestly. Whenever I'm going against another sniper, you do want to kind of crouch like that. Again, it's another thing. It's right when you take a shot, just crouch, and yeah, literally just crouch after you take a shot. Now the next tip is positioning yourself, or just position in general. You want to be out in the open, okay? You want to be somewhere where you want to basically be somewhere where people don't really think you're going to be. Basically, you always want to watch an angle for your teammates. For example, all your teammates are going down B long. You want to watch mid. But how you watch mid is you either be cheeky and watch like this, or you know, you can just watch like this. Like, there's a lot of weird ways, but you don't want to be out in the open. You don't want to be like right here out in the open. You want to be like right here to where they can't really see you. It's kind of hard for me to explain. For example, if I'm going right here, I'm gonna stay right here, and I'm gonna just wait for them to peek. Basically, if I'm gonna move up, I'm gonna go like right here, because I'm not gonna expect some dude just to be right here on the edge. So that's pretty much that. Positioning yourself. It's not really, I mean, honestly, you can just kind of go anywhere, but I would just recommend just actually being in weird places, like right here, this plant. You know, you can just quickly just hide right here. It's very cheeky. I mean, you are a sniper. Sniping is all about holding position and, you know, hard scoping and stuff. So that's pretty much that. As for aim, I can't really give any really helpful tips. If you're good with the AK, I'm pretty sure you'd be good with the sniper. It's all about just practicing. I mean, you can literally just go into a deathmatch like I am, or, you know, a bot match, and literally just practice around. I mean, it's not really that difficult. But anyway, I think that's pretty much all of the basics I can basically explain. Hopefully it wasn't really confusing. Hopefully it did help you out. If you do have any specific things that you need help with, or just any like specific topic or whatever on critical ops, go ahead and leave it down in the comments below, and I'll try my best to make a video on it. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.